Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Namoli Family Stadium for Game 3 of the weekend series between the Eckerd Tritons and your University of Tampa Spartans. Spartans have won the first two in this series, taking Game 1 last night 2-0, with Corinne Miner in the circle for that one complete game shutout, her third straight complete game shutout, and she's back in the circle here for Game 3. First pitch, just a bit low for ball one. Eckerd comes into this game losing 4 straight after dropping the last 2 to Florida Tech last weekend, and then dropping the first 2 this weekend, as Game 2 was a 5-0 defeat of the Tritons. And Corinne Miner throws her first strike of the afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Namoli Family Stadium. My name is Dominic Galone, and we are in the bottom of the first inning. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Eckerd took a 1-0 lead in the top half of the first inning, as Eckerd secured their first lead of the series. Tampa Spartans took the first two in the series against Eckerd. 2-0 contest last night, and in Game 2, the Spartans took a 5-0 victory, in which Mariah Galehouse, the freshman, was a standout for the Spartans. So Eckerd secured a first inning run on a Margolis double down the left field line, and then Val Holguin drove in her second RBI of the season with a single down the right field line. As I mentioned in Game 2, Mariah Galehouse went a complete game, tossed a shutout for the Spartans, allowed 2 hits and 3 walks, and struck out 3. And the freshman pitcher drove in 4 of the 5 runs for the Spartans in the 5-0 victory. So for the Spartans this afternoon, I'll go with a similar lineup, however, one change at the designated player role. Leading off will be Steph Ballmer. Batting second, Christina Clawberg. Batting third will be Mariah Galehouse, with Corinne Miner in the pitcher circle. So Ballmer flies out to begin the game. Clawberg batting second, Miner batting third, Galehouse batting fourth in the cleanup spot in center field. Maddie Farrell behind the dish, batting fifth. Lexi Chevalier in right field, batting sixth. Batting seventh at a designated player role, Alexa Russo. Batting eighth, Emily Jansen, and batting ninth, Emily Profit, playing left field. The flex player today at third base, Bailey Phillips. So top of the first inning, Eckerd scored 1 run. Corinne Miner struck out 2 and allowed 2 hits. Clawberg chops this to third base. Lauren Margolis, who doubled in the top half of the first inning, will record the easy out at first. So we'll go left to right on the diamond for the Tritons. In left field, River Glenn. Center field, Jessica Wilson. In right field, Hannah Famino. At third base, Lauren Margolis. At shortstop, Kaylin Kramer. At second, Val Holguin. At first, Meredith McGinnis. Behind the plate, Scarlett Reddish. And in the circle, Hannah Perkins. Hannah Perkins making her 6th start of the year. She's gone 4 complete games. She's got a 2-2 record with a 2.85 ERA. So Miner stands at the plate with 2 away. She'll foul this one straight back. Corinne Miner, the leading hitter for the Spartans. So far in the series, Corinne's 3 for 6. Had 2 hits in Game 2. And had an RBI and a walk in Game 1. Miner will check swing, and a home plate umpire, Scott Boswell, will say she did go. So now Miner trails in the count 1-2. In 18 games, Minor leads the team with 20 hits. She'll flare this one into center field. Splitting the gap, she'll turn for second, and it'll be a double for Corinne Minor. Second double of the year for Corinne Minor. 21st hit on the season. And she's coming into this game, batting .308. Average only skyrocketing after that base knock. So now the standout from game 2, Mariah Galehouse at the plate. Galehouse went 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. She'll take the first pitch outside. Ball 1. Galehouse this year a dual threat for the Spartans. Enters this game with 19 hits, trails Minor by 1. Now 2 after the double from Corinne Minor. So with 2 away, a 2-0 count to Galehouse. She'll swing through that one, now 2-1. Galehouse logged the first double of her freshman campaign, her collegiate career, in game 1. Additionally, a career high 4 RBI. She'll flare this one over the shortstop's head, and Minor will score from second base as she was off on contact. Now the Spartans have tied things up 1-1. So Galehouse continues her hot hitting streak with 4 hits in the last 5 at-bats, and she's got 10 RBI after evening the score for the Spartans. So Maddie Farrell at the plate for the Spartans. She started in all but 2 games behind the plate. She took the day off on Monday against Davenport. That's a called strike on the outer half. Farrell, a 4-year starter behind the plate for Tampa. Followed in the footsteps of her older sister, Taylor Farrell. And yet another called strike on the outer half. Farrell does not agree. However, she hopes Minor gets the same on the flip side. 0-2 count. Farrell trails. And Perkins winds and fires. Almost the same spot, just a little bit outside. Perkins pitched last Saturday against Florida Tech, won a complete game, allowed 8 runs on 8 hits, allowed 8 walks, and struck out 5 Panthers. On the pitch, Galehouse will take off for second, and that's a stolen base for Mariah Galehouse. Her second in 3 attempts this season. So now a base hit would likely score Galehouse from second base. As we saw in the last play with 2 down, the runners will take off on contact. So the 2-2 count with 2 away. Farrell fouls this one straight back. Spartans sit at 13-5, 6-2 in conference, while Eckerd's at 7-9, 4-4 in conference. Spartans have won 10 of the last 12, including 5 of 6 in this homestand. Farrell fights it off. UT has won 6 of 7 in the current homestand, taking 2 of 3 from 16th ranked St. Leo last weekend, a doubleheader against Davenport, and the first 2 in this series. Spartans have scored in the first inning. Spartans have scored a first inning run in all 3 games of the series as Farrell sends this one to a shortstop. Kramer underneath of it, and she'll squeeze it. However, Spartans even things up at 1 heading to the second inning. TampaSpartans.com. Welcome back to TampaSpartans.tv. 1-1 ball game here in the second inning. Eckerd took their first lead of the series after a double from Margolis and a base knock from Holguin. Spartans even things up as Mariah Galehouse tacks on her 5th RBI of the afternoon as she tallied 4 in Game 2 of the series. Minor in the circle for the Spartans here in Game 3. Spartans looking for the sweep. Corinne Minor has gone 3 straight games tossing a complete game shutout. This one's fouled straight back. And Minor's got a complete game shutout in 4 of her last 5 starts, totaling 7 complete games on the season. This is now Minor's 10th start of the year, her 13th appearance. She's got an 8-2 record with a .56 ERA, which ranks 2nd in the SSC. The 0-2 offering just a bit outside. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the leadoff hitter in the second inning, Hannah Femino. Famiano led the team in hits entering the weekend. However, was held hitless last night for the second time all season and did not record a hit in Game 2 of this series, so back-to-back games in which the right fielder has not recorded a base knock. The 2-2 offering. Famiano grounds it to second base. Clawberg bobbles it, however, still records the out at first base for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the left fielder, River Glenn. Glenn did not play in Game 1, went 0 for 1 in Game 2, and reached on a free pass. So Eckerd got on the board for the first time all series in the first inning as Spartans have outscored them 7-0 entering this game. Both teams entered the series with a 4-2 conference record as the Spartans try to separate themselves from the pack. So swing and a miss from Glenn. Now a 2-2 count. Tampa women's basketball secured a 20-point victory this afternoon over Lynn, the final game of the regular season. And the women's team looks to carry the momentum into the postseason, as they will be the top seed in conference, as they only lost once all year. Spartans women basketball capping off the regular season at 22-4 as Glenn sent down swinging. And that'll be the 3rd strikeout of the day for Corinne Minor. Women's basketball started off conference play 18-0 and dropped their last game on Wednesday night on Senior Day. So now 19-1 in conference entering the postseason. They'll look to be most likely the 2nd or 3rd seed in the region. As a swing and a miss to lead off the at-bat for Meredith McGinnis. Pitch just a bit outside, 1-1 count. So we'll go around the diamond for the Spartans, rocking the white tops, black pants. Profit in left field, Galehouse in center, Chevalier in right, with Phillips at third, who's the flex player this afternoon. She will not be batting. Steph Ballmer at shortstop, Christina Clawberg at second, Jansen at first, Farrell behind the dish, and Minor, who's got Meredith McGinnis to pop up to center field. Galehouse will make the catch, and we'll head to the bottom of the second inning, 1-1 contest here at Namoli Family Stadium.
For 42 minutes, he's been trying to bring an entire stadium to its feet.
You missed it, buddy.
Why does he do it? For glory? Notoriety? We don't know. Frankly, we don't need to know. But much like this hero, Courtyard is all about the game.
1, 2, 3. Whoa, there's my guy. Yes. Go. Snacks? Yeah, man. Eat it up, and we're going to burn it off doing the wave.
I believe you. I trust you. Let me know. Who's on the... Welcome back to Namoli. My name is Dominic Galone. 1-1 ball game. Lexi Chevalier will lead off for the Spartans. Chevalier went hitless in game 2 and recorded 1 hit in 3 at-bats last night. So 1 for 5 in the series as she fouls off the first pitch. Chevalier last year in her freshman campaign led the Spartans with 40 hits, most by a freshman in over 10 years. Chevalier fouls that one down the first base line, out of play. Waiting on deck is Alexa Russo in the designated player role this afternoon. Russo, a freshman this year, has made a handful of starts for the Spartans. Chevalier trails in the count 0-2 to Perkins. Perkins rolls the 0-2 offering into the plate. Chevalier flares this one in the infield. McGinnis underneath of it, and she'll squeeze it for the first out. So Russo has appeared in 7 games this year, recording 2 hits and 12 at-bats. However, Russo has gotten the job done when called on. She's got 2 RBI in 12 at-bats. She's reached on a walk, ultimately a 167 average early on in her collegiate career. Russo now trails in the count 0-2 after that hack at the outside pitch. Russo, a freshman from Tampa Catholic High School, local product. And the 0-2 pitch she'll flare over McGinnis' head, and that one will be foul down the first base line. Waiting on deck is Emily Jansen. She was in the flex role last night, so she did not play offensively. And then in game 2, she went 1 for 3 for the Spartans. Russo fouls this one off. So the Spartans look for the series sweep in conference. It would be their first sweep in conference as they've split 2 of 3 against St. Leo and Palm Beach Atlantic. 34-inning series against Palm Beach Atlantic to open conference play. A 17-inning contest on Friday night, Valentine's Day, February 14th. Spartans took a 2-0 victory in the 17-inning affair. Corinne Miner went all 17 innings dished 247 pitches on Friday night. Then the Spartans came back in Game 2 of the series with the 5-3 victory. And Russo dribbles this one to second base. Holguin will make the squeeze, and that'll be the second out. Holguin seemed to think that was out number 3 as Jansen reaches the plate. And then to close out the PBA series, the Spartans lost 7-6 in 10 innings. They were trailing 6-1, put up 2 runs in the 5th, 3 runs in the 6th to tie the game, and ultimately lost in extra innings. Last weekend, Spartans took down St. Leo on Friday night 6-3. Lost Game 2 of the series 2-0, and then with Corinne Minor in the circle for Game 3, the rubber match, the Spartans took the 3-0 victory to secure the series victory. So now Jansen behind in the count, 0-2. Perkins has been getting ahead of hitters so far this afternoon, as that pitch is just a bit outside. Hannah Perkins winds and fires. The 1-2 pitch fouled into the netting behind home plate. Perkins, a redshirt freshman from Fort Myers. Standing at 5'9", the right-hander sends the 1-2 pitch just a bit inside. Last season, Perkins made 6 appearances in 5 starts, however, missed the remainder of the year with an injury. Jansen dribbles that one to shortstop. Kramer fields it, makes the throw, however, it is in the dirt. That'll be an E6 on Kaylin Kramer, as Meredith McGinnis was not able to make the scoop at first. So Emily Jansen reaches for the first time this afternoon. Excuse me, second time this afternoon, first time in this contest. Now batting will be Emily Profit. Profit came around to score in Game 2. Reached on a walk. However, went hitless 0 for 2 in Game 2. Last night she went 1 for 2. Profit has been plugged into left field since a Lauren Ray's injury. Lauren Ray is a senior for the Spartans. Went down with a shoulder injury at Palm Beach Atlantic, and Emily Profit is filled in quite well. Entering today's game, she's 10 for 30, 300 batting average for the junior. Profit's got a double in the year with 3 RBI. Profit behind in the count, 0-2 with Jansen at first base. Pitch up and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the 1-2 offering. Profit dribbles that one down the left field line as it goes off the glove of Margolis, which will hold Jansen at second base. Back-to-back base runners for the Spartans with 2 away. And that'll bring around the top of the order with Steph Ballmer at the plate. Ballmer 2 for 5 in the series. Last night logged her first career triple. First pitch just a bit outside. Stephanie Ballmer's recorded a hit in at least 8 of the last 10 games. A consistent leadoff hitter for Tampa, the sophomore. Was recognized by the Sunshine State Conference. Second team all-conference player last season as a freshman. Ballmer ahead in the count, 2-0. .20 pitch, a called strike on the outer half. Tampa's head coach Leslie Canner in her 26th season at the helm for the Spartans. The 2-1 pitch just a bit low. Balmer in the driver's seat. Jansen stands on first, Jansen on second, Profit on first. And the 3-1 offering, call it strike on the outer half. So now full count, the base runners will take off at the release of the pitch, as it's either base hit, ball 4, or an out for Steph Balmer. We'll see what she can do. The 3-2 pitch. Balmer shoots into center field. Underneath of it, Jessica Wilson, and that'll do it for the bottom half of the second inning. We'll head to the third 1-1 ball game here in Namoli.
Nowadays, more and more people are on the go. We are all busy with work and family. Clean Eats has a solution. At every Clean Eats location, we have grab-and-go coolers that are packed full of freshly made breakfast, lunch, and dinner meals. Whether you are a soccer mom, business person, athlete, or just someone that does not have time to prepare your own meals, Clean Eats has you covered. Our grab-and-go cooler will always have a wide selection of meals to satisfy you. Each to-go meal is priced under $7 to make our food very affordable. Be sure to stop and try a to-go meal. Clean Eats. It's a lifestyle.
Trust you, but like I said, I mean, I'm, you know, I don't know. I'm baseball one. Welcome back. TampaSpartans.tv. My name is Dominic Galone, now alongside Alex Kirsch. It's a 1-1 ball game here in Namoli. Both teams scoring a run in the first inning. And here we are in the third, as they'll bring up Jessica Wilson, the center fielder, who recorded the final out of the second inning. Jessica Wilson, a slapper, lefty for the Tritons. She'll swing away at the first pitch, and Miner will get ahead in the count 0-1. So Kirsch, we got some news from baseball.
Yeah, baseball game coming over from there. Tampa Spartans defeated Florida Tech 5-2 in the first game of a doubleheader.
So Spartans baseball have taken the first 2 against Florida Tech on the other side of campus. Last night secured a 1-0 victory, did the Spartans. Spartans offense has been on fire as of late in the last 5 games. Spartans baseball have scored at least 7 runs, averaging 7 runs in the last 5 games.
Averaging over 9 as a team, but as you can see, it doesn't necessarily take scoring a ton of runs to win ball games, as Tampa softball is coming to this game just averaging over 3.5 runs scored per game, and yet you're able to win. I was having a conversation with one of our statisticians, and that when the other team just can't score runs, it's hard for them to win any games. So 1-1 game in here, and that was really just a pivotal turning point there, where it's tied up 1-1, and Eckerd is able to get a run in, but knowing you're going up against Corinne Miner, who's 3rd in the nation in ERA for pitchers with at least 20 innings pitched, that she gave up that 1 run. How many more runs are you going to be able to get from her?
Yeah, it'll be tough. I mean, this is the second and third time through the lineup for Eckerd, as they saw Miner last night. As Jessica Wilson goes down on the strikeout. 4th strikeout of the day for Corinne Miner. Standing at the plate for Eckerd is now Ali Costa, the leadoff hitter, designated player this afternoon for Eckerd. But as you mentioned, it's been tough to score off Miner. She's gone 3 straight complete game shutouts. And as you said, if you can't score, you can't win.
That Miner's arm is going to be an issue for her in this game. considering that she went 14 innings against Palm Beach Atlantic and
17 innings.
17 total innings with the whole game, and went a whole 7 last night, and she's already had 45 pitches in this one and delivers right there. And she's willing to really risk her body for the sake of winning and for her team.
She's definitely a workhorse after taking over for McKaylee Dooley, who graduated last year. Dooley was an All-American pitcher for the Spartans. And that'll be the 5th strikeout of the day for Corinne Miner. She keeps racking up that total, now at 83 strikeouts in just over 77 innings pitched. Miner, one of the top strikeout pitchers in the Sunshine State Conference. Now batting the 2-hitter, Lauren Margolis, who doubled in the first, came around to score. She'll take a called strike on the first pitch.
Two outs, look for Margolis just to swing away. Nothing left to lose here in this situation, as she already saw herself hit a double, and sometimes just seeing the ball go off the bat and really just get some distance on it is all you really need to get into a rhythm.
Margolis now 3 for 7 in the series. Last night went 0 for 3, and in game 2 went 2 for 3. So as you mentioned, she's looking to get into the rhythm here for the Eckerd Tritons. Now trailing in the count 1-2. Miner rocks and fires, and a late swing by Margolis. That'll be the 6th strikeout of the day for Corinne Miner. She's in a groove, and we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd, 1-1 ballgame. Welcome back to the Nemoli Family Field. 1-1 ball game, bottom of the 3rd. Spartans got the meat of the order coming up 2-3-4 with Clawberg, Miner, and Galehouse. So you've worked both games of the series so far. What have you seen from the Spartans that stood out to you so far?
Defensive composure has been key for the Spartans. No errors in the first game, only one in the last matchup, and that was only the 2nd game all season where the Spartans did not commit an error. Even when only committing 1 error, Spartans have a very impressive record, so having 1 error or less is vital to their success and not hurting themselves. Good piece of hitting right there from Clawberg, and this is really the heart of the lineup where Miner can get on, and if you saw Galehouse has really improved as a hitter behind her on deck now, and Eckerd knows that. Going to see how they approach Miner here.
We're going to get a pinch runner here for the Tampa Spartans. Anissa Grant will come into the game. She'll run for Clawberg as Clawberg singled to lead off the 3rd inning. Clawberg with her 2nd hit of the series. Now 2 for 4 in 3 games against Eckerd.
Tritons have not performed poorly this series, just Spartans are doing everything they need to do to come out with the first 2 victories, already secure a series win, and now they're going for the sweep. Won 5 in a row now for the first time this season.
Grin shows hands, attempting to sacrifice. Grant will hustle back to the bag after pitch just a bit upstairs.
Don't love the call for Miner showing bunt. She leads the team in both hits and RBI.
I agree with you, but however, that is Coach Cantor's philosophy, is she tries to play small ball, move the runner into scoring position, and then set up your next batter, who is Galehouse, one of the other hottest hitters on the team, to be able to drive in that run to take the lead. So I agree with you. However, Coach Cantor has a philosophy, and she's been here for 26 years, so something's working. The Spartans have been hot as of late, as you mentioned, 5 in a row for the Spartans. Now with 2 strikes, Miner will not show hands. And now a 2-2 count after that offering. So the 2-2 pitch fouled straight back into the netting. Spartans with 1 run on 4 hits. Eckerd with 1 run on 2 hits, and they've committed an error. Minor flares this one into shallow right field. Coming in on it is Famino, and she'll have no play at second base. That'll be the second base hit of the game for Corinne Minor.
Chopped at it there, the rare opposite field base hit. Minor gets on board with 2 outs and 2 on, no outs. There's a little bit of pressure here for Eckerd. Galhouse at the plate.
And as we just mentioned, how Canner plays a small ball, it'll be interesting to see if she tries to move the runners into scoring position, both runners into scoring position, as Grant stands on second and Minor on first. And she will try, however, Galehouse does not lay down the bunt as it's up and out. 1 ball is the count.
You never know, too. A good bunt here could load the bases.
And that's the thing with Galehouse, the freshman. She shows hands really late when she tries to sacrifice, as you saw in the first pitch. Almost like she's bunting for a hit.
Hold the third baseman back. Maybe open up the bag over there just in case if it is fielded, to at least advance the runners over to second and third with Maddie Farrell on deck.
And you see, that's what I mean there, Kirsch. If she's going to sacrifice, she should show the hands a lot sooner and try to get the bunt down. However, now with 2 strikes, I'm sure she'll be swinging away. So the 1-2 delivery. Galehouse holds back. Almost thought about swinging at that one. She does like the pitch upstairs. Now 2-2 is the count. Galehouse last night in the first inning locked her first career triple, and then came on in game 2 with 4 RBI and 4 at-bats.
Stays alive there with a good foul tip.
Galehouse fails this one straight back into the netting, staying alive in the at-bat.
Working the outside half of the plate, keeping it away from her to slap it down the line.
So the 2-2 pitch from Perkins.
Side again, she read it.
I want to hit the dirt. That is not a catch by Kramer, and that'll be an infield single for Mariah Galehouse. Unfortunate circumstance there for Kramer trying to come in to make the play. And Galehouse has wheels as a freshman, able to motor down that line, no play at first base, and now bases are juiced with Maddie Farrell standing at the plate.
I think Kramer was there to make that catch, just wasn't able to secure her glove fully under the ball. Kind of just bounced up into her, and as you know now, a huge opportunity for the Spartans to add and really just make a lead here as the game's tied 1-1. Break it open with any base hit.
The 1-0 pitch outside, now 2-0. Maddie Farrell hitless in the series. 0 for 6. So she'll be looking to do damage. Even a sac fly does the job to give the Spartans a lead. She'll take the 2-0 for a called strike.
I got a chance to speak with Maddie the other day, and she just holds herself to an incredibly high standard where every time she doesn't get a hit, she thinks about what went wrong and how she can improve upon it. There's a perfect opportunity for her, and she delivers. 1 run will score. Base is still loaded. Farrell delivers the RBI single, and the Spartans take the lead.
As you mentioned, she holds herself to a high standard, and she comes through in the key moment for the Spartans. Tampa leads 2-1 after the flare single by Maddie Farrell. Anissa Grant scored from third base. And with no outs, this is a big inning for the Spartans if they could tack on a couple more and extend the lead. Alexi Chevalier at the plate. Last night in the 6th inning, Farrell came through for the Spartans. She drove a fly ball deep into left field with a runner on second base. And left fielder Kaylee Newstrom dropped the fly ball, which allowed the Spartans to take a lead in the 6th.
Play at the plate and called out. Miner was close, but the throw beat her. Not so sure if you could even see the plate with all the dirt over it, and it's going to be the first out of the inning.
So ground ball to Val Holguin. Holguin came home, and a bang-bang play at the plate recorded the first out of the inning. And now Alexa Russo with one away will be aggressive at the first pitch, and McGinnis will squeeze it, and now 2 down for the Spartans as they look to extend the lead.
Chevalier and Russo swung at the first pitch. They were feeling maybe a little bit just juiced by the opportunity and not seeing if that first pitch comes in, goes for a ball. You know, get yourself in a position maybe to get a walk and bring a run in the old-fashioned way.
The first pitch to Emily Jansen outside, ball 1.
Also a very good learning experience there for Russo. Bases loaded. See if she could bring a run in, and made contact, maybe thinking she'd get herself a sac fly, but not enough behind that one there.
So a called strike, 1-1 is the count with 2 away. Galehouse at third, Farrell at second. And Chevalier at first base. That pitch just a bit outside 2-1. Last night, Jansen was in the flex role. She has a lingering back issue. She'll flare this one into center field and extend the lead for the Spartans as Tampa now leads 3-1 after the RBI base knock from Emily Jansen.
Almost an identical hit to Farrell's, just kind of looping down the middle of the infield into shallow center field, but that is an RBI single. Spartans extend the lead and by another run. If you're Eckerd, you really got to get out of this situation, keep the game in a manageable fashion, knowing that Corinne Miner with a lead is even more dominant. Just Corinne Miner out there regardless of what the situation is.
And as you said, they got to stop the bleeding here, so Katie Profit, the head coach for the Eckerd Tritons, will head to the circle, try to calm down her redshirt freshman pitcher. Profit in her 4th season at the helm for Eckerd.
Let's see what the strategy is here to attack the left fielder, Emily Profit. First pitch high for a ball.
Profit at the plate. She'll flare this one into center field. However, Wilson has a read on it, and that'll do it for the 3rd inning. Spartans grab 2 in the bottom of the 3rd and lead by 2, 3-1 score at Namoli.
Pitch total now is 62.
So the 0-2 pitch just a bit outside.
Burrow sets up inside, pitch inside. Popped up and caught by Bailey Phillips, 2 down.
So now the backstop for the Tritons, Skylar Reddish coming to the plate, try to make an impact offensively. Reddish 1 for 5, rather 1 for 6 after her first at bat in the first inning. She grounded out. So Spartans with the top of the order coming up next. And Balmer, Clawberg, and Miner. Miner's 2 for 2 on the afternoon. A triple and a home run away from the cycle.
Miner is in the zone. All 3 batters she's faced this top half of the inning have gone down to 0-2 counts. Not the position you want to be in if you're the Tritons.
As I said back in the first inning, she gets in a rhythm, and it's hard to get her out of that zone. The 0-2 pitch dribbled right back at Miner, and she'll make her second play of the top of the 4th inning, and that'll do it. Spartans lead 3-1 heading to the bottom of the 4th. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Spartans lead 3-1. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Top of the order at the plate for the Spartans. Steph Marber digs in.
Balmer 0 for 2, 2 flyouts to center field, which center fielder Wilson has been very busy so far this afternoon. Look at the defense for Eckerd. Outfield is playing a little bit shallow. After last inning, there were a bunch of bloopers to shallow center field. That looks like it's going to go to shallow center field, and backing up is the shortstop, Kramer, to record the first out of the inning.
Yeah, so now to bring up Christina Clawberg, 1 for 2 in this contest. The 2, 3, 4, and 5 batters for the Spartans are 6 for 8 here in Game 3. So the meat of the lineup getting the job done. Spartans with 3 runs on 8 hits, while Eckerd with 1 run on 2 hits. Check swing by Clawberg, fouls that one out of play. So since the first inning, Clawberg has sent down 9 straight batters. She's in a groove defensively along with offensively as she awaits on deck. Clawberg flares into center. Wilson comes in on it and makes the catch. As you mentioned, Kirsch, that shallow outfield playing in after last inning. That'll make a difference for the second out of the fourth inning. Minor 2 for 2. Minor scored in the first inning after she doubled. And in the circle, Minor's got 6 Ks in 4 innings. She'll flare this one to second base. Holqueen will make the catch, and we'll head to the fifth, 3-1.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
So 7 strikeouts today for Corinne Minor. So that one's flared into center field. Galehouse tries to make the diving catch. However, she cannot profit. Backs her up, and that'll be a double for River Glen. So River Glen with her second double of the season.
Heads up defense by Emily Profit to play as the secondary defender and run behind Galehouse, who dove and missed, so that ball wouldn't have trickled back to the fence. Holding up the runner at second, and that's flied straight to Clawberg, who makes the catch. 2 down.
Yeah, getting back to that double, you can't fault Galehouse for trying to make the diving catch with nobody on and a 2-run lead. You have the opportunity to try to make the web gem catch, and then, like you said, Profit backing up gives the Spartans defense an ability to cut off the runner at second base. So with 2 down,
Corner still playing in on the defense.
So a 2-0 count here as River Glen stands on second base. At the plate's Jessica Wilson. Center fielder has been busy defensively. The 2-0 offering. Wilson bunts it to Phillips at third base. Phillips will make the throw, and that'll do it for the top half of the fifth. Spartans lead 3-1 going to the bottom of the fifth inning.
At DoubleTree by Hilton, we believe in nice. Not your okay, fine, just being polite kind of nice, but a genuine nice. The kind that's contagious, that you can't help but take with you. The kind of nice you want to share with others. But don't take our word for it. Come for a stay and help us prove nice travels. Book at DoubleTree.com.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth will be Mariah Galehouse. Galehouse has been on fire in this series. Galehouse went 1 for 2 last night with an RBI and a walk, and a 4 RBI. Don't worry about it. So now Maddie Farrell at the plate. She's ahead in the count 2-0. Spartans have won 6 of the last 7. Look to take the series sweep here in conference play. Farrell watches that one just a bit outside. So
Catcher set up inside, Mr. Spot on the pitch.
While we've got a moment, Tuesday afternoon we'll have a doubleheader at 5 o'clock against Wilmington, Delaware, here at Nemoli Family Stadium. And the 3-0 pitch is a called strike on the outer half. So the Spartans will conclude their homestand. It was a 10-game, well, it will be a 10-game homestand after the doubleheader on Tuesday. Spartans have found success here at Nemoli Family Stadium. Call a strike on the outer half, and now the count is full. Coach Leslie Cantor kind of flips her hands and walks away. She does not agree with home plate umpire Scott Boswell. So 3-2, 1 away. Perkins rocks and fires. A laser to shortstop. Kramer makes the play, and 2 down. As a pinch hitter will come to the plate for the Spartans, it'll be Avery Perkins. Yet another freshman contributing for the Spartans. Perkins against Davenport went 2 for 3, recorded her first career base hit, and came around to score twice in that ball game. That was game 2 of the doubleheader on Monday.
She slots in to hit for right fielder Lexi Chevalier. It'll be interesting to see if after this pinch hitting appearance, Perkins stays in the rest of the game in the outfield.
Freshman from Fort Myers, Florida, went to Fort Myers High School. I wonder if she was teammates with Jessica Wilson, who plays center field, the sophomore for Eckerd. See a lot of high school reunions here in SSC play, as Allie Costa, one of the pitchers for Eckerd, played with Bailey Phillips, the Tampa Spartans third baseman. So you'll see it time in and time again throughout the year. And actually, hitter versus pitcher both went to Fort Myers, as Hannah Perkins is a redshirt freshman. However, 3 years ago now, Perkins and Perkins most likely played together for Fort Myers High School. So now 2-2 count to Avery Perkins.
You always want to play a little bit harder against people that you know, especially when it's a rival team only 30 minutes away in the same conference.
And Perkins sends down Perkins looking. And Hannah Perkins kind of looks at Avery like, I got you on that one. That'll do it for the 5th inning. Spartans lead 3-1.
At Jimmy John's, we're freaks about best-in-class ingredients. So it's no wonder we announced our new 9-grain wheat sub in the middle of a wheat field. When you've got news this big, it's not enough to just add it to the menu. Where's the freak yeah in that? To celebrate a new sandwich with a taste so inspired, we introduced it in the place that inspired it. The new Jimmy John's 9-grain wheat sub, now available at a Jimmy John's, much, much, much closer to you. Wheat yeah, freak yeah.
Freak alert, Jalen. Not like a slips into baby talk when he's feeling insecure kind of freak. Not even a whittle bit. Jalen's a freak about hand-slicing all-natural meats for every Jimmy John's sandwich he makes. Look at his unfettered joy. And not just for ham. You should see him with Capicola. Thank you, Jalen. Your meat freakiness means better sandwiches for all. Freaky fresh, freaky fast, Jimmy John's, freak yeah!
Leading off the top of the 6th for the Tritons is Allie Costa, a junior from Jupiter, Florida. As I mentioned, high school teammates with Bailey Phillips. She'll take the first pitch upstairs for a ball. The 1-0 offering. Also upstairs, now 2-0 to the junior. Costa a DP in this game, leading off both in the 6th inning and for the Eckerd lineup. The 2-0 count, call a strike on the outer half. So a decent crowd, as Alex Kirsch mentioned. Eckerd only about 30 minutes away from the University of Tampa campus. Eckerd seems to have a handful of more fans than the Spartans do, and that one's off the hand of Allie Costa, which will mean a foul ball, and she'll remain at the plate. The hand is a part of the bat, therefore it is a foul ball.
Third time at the top of the order for Eckerd, which only 3 Eckerd batters have gotten on base safely.
Costa goes down looking on the 2-2 pitch, and Corinne Miner is on fire this afternoon, now with 8 strikeouts.
Wonder if psychologically, after getting hit in the hand, she didn't want to swing at the next pitch.
So now Margolis at the plate. Doubled and scored for the Tritons back in the 1st inning. Struck out in the 3rd. And she'll take a called strike to lead off this at bat. So one down for Eckerd. Minor rocks and fires.
Close. Called ball there.
Just missed at the knees. And a 1-1 count to Margolis.
Sets up inside. She gets around it. Lots of power on that one. Just way too early. 2 strikes again for Minor, ahead in the count.
Minor sent down 13 of the last 14. That pitch is upstairs. Now 2-2 count.
Earl sets up inside again. Let's see if she reads it early. Pitch gets away from her, goes up high.
Minor's going 5 1/3 so far, allowed 1 run on 3 hits and struck out 8. 2 of the 3 hits have been for extra bases. 2 doubles for the Tritons. And this will be the 83rd pitch of the game for Minor. That one's sent deep into foul territory, out of play into the parking lot.
Seem to avoid all the cars out there, so thankfully no cars have been damaged in the process of this softball outing.
Swing and a miss there. Strikeout number 9 for Corinne Minor. So back-to-back strikeouts for Corinne Minor. The one thing we will credit Corinne Minor for is she really changed the whole approach to the game after her redshirt year in her sophomore season. Changed her diet, changed her workout routine. She's definitely a force in the circle now for the Spartans. This one's fouled off down the right field line. Minor's got 4 games so far this season in which she's got double-digit strikeouts, so this would be number 5 if she can secure another one in the next 4 outs. This one's sent into right field. Chevalier re-entered into the game, and she'll make the catch to complete the top of the 6th. Spartans lead 3-1, and the Spartans are 3 outs away from a series sweep.
At DoubleTree by Hilton, we believe in nice. Not your okay, fine, just being polite kind of nice, but a genuine nice. The kind that's contagious, that you can't help but take with you. The kind of nice you want to share with others. But don't take our word for it. Come for a stay and help us prove nice travels. Book at DoubleTree.com.
For 42 minutes, he's been trying to bring an entire stadium to its feet.
You missed it, buddy.
Why does he do it? For glory? Notoriety? We don't know. Frankly, we don't need to know. But much like this hero, Courtyard is all about the game.
1, 2, 3. Way! There's my guy. Yes. Go. Snacks? Yeah, man. Eat it up, and we're gonna burn it off doing the wave.
Audrey. Kayla. Such a nice day. So long today. It's so beautiful. So how are your classes going?
Good. You ready for the test?
Aiming for C++, but I think I'll go in there.
I can't believe plus
Yeah, yeah.
Picking 7.
7 is
Welcome back to Namoli Family Stadium. My name's Dominic Alone, alongside Alex Kirsch. Eckerd scored in the top half of the first inning. Spartans rebounded with a run of their own in the bottom half of the first, and then Spartans extended the lead in the third, and Tampa leads 3-1 as Alexa Russo stands at the plate here in the bottom of the sixth. Russo 0 for 2 on the day. In her last at bat in the third inning, she was aggressive with the bases loaded, however, fouled out to first base. Grounded out to second in the second inning. Now ahead in the count, 3-0. She'll look for something to drive. And awaiting on deck will be a pinch hitter, Kaylee Clark. Kaylee Clark has not had that many at-bats for the Spartans, but we'll see one after the 4-pitch walk to Alexa Russo.
Russo takes all the way, composed for the freshman, gets herself on board.
This will be the first at-bat of the year for Kaylee Clark. Clark is a senior for the Spartans. And we'll also see a pinch runner. Will be Mackenzie Allen headed to first base. Mackenzie Allen is a primary pinch runner for the Spartans. However, she made a start last weekend against Davenport. I should say this week, rather.
It's an interesting pitch hitting spot for Clark as she comes in the 8th spot for Jansen, who had a crucial at bat when the Spartans took a 3-1 lead. On deck is Profit, who is also 1 for 2 in the afternoon. So we'll see what Clark can do on the offensive end. I wouldn't expect her to stay in the game as Jansen's been the defensive cornerstone at first base. And there's a great bunt.
That's tough for Kaylee Clark. You make your first at bat of the season, then end up having to sacrifice bunt. However, that's a team player, a senior for the Spartans. Senior from Colorado gets the job done, moving Allen over into scoring position. So Emily,
high fives all around for Clark in the dugout.
Yeah, high fives for sure, as you said. Because it takes a special player like that to be able to come on the field and ultimately be a team player moving the runner over. So now Profit, the 9-hitter for the Spartans, makes her way to the plate, takes the first pitch for a ball. Profit 1 for 2 in this contest.
Speaking of Clark, as we saw today, Bailey Phillips was a designated player but played at third base defensively. That could be a role for Clark as well this season. Heads up base running. Safe at third base is Mac Allen.
It's a phenomenal job by Mac Allen, reading the throw from Margolis, and once it was released, making her way to third base. And now that puts pressure on the catcher, Skylar Reddish, as a pass ball would score Allen from third most likely. And the Spartans will bring up the leadoff hitter, Steph Ballmer. Ballmer hitless in this one, 0 for 3. That'll be the 4th time she's seen Perkins.
No pass balls or wild pitches thus far, but not trying to do a curse of the commentator.
Ballmer showing hands here with 2 outs and a runner on third. However, this is more of a rhythm thing, so she gets in line with the pitcher and gets the hands back before the pitch makes its way to the plate. Ballmer now ahead in the count, 2-0. Ballmer started off the season slow, so trying to find something that works, and as of late, she has, with a hit in 8 of the last 10 games. She'll take the call strike on the outer half. 2-1 is the count.
Hittable pitch she looked at there.
Spartans 3 defensive outs away from a series sweeping conference. Ballmer will record her first base hit of the ball game with a dribbler up the middle that will score Mackenzie Allen from third and extend the lead for the Spartans, adding an insurance run, and now Tampa leads 4-1.
Ball was not hit back too hard on the dribbler. I wonder if the pitcher Perkins had the reaction speed to shift her body around, just maybe get a glove out or kick it out towards first base. Unless infield single for Balmer extends Tampa's lead to 3.
We'll see Christina Clawberg at the plate now. Took the first pitch for a ball. And with Balmer at first, Clawberg fouled that one straight back. Clawberg 1 for 3 in this ball game. Singled in the 3rd inning. So 2 down, 4-1 lead for the Spartans. Clawberg lofts this one into center field. Wilson underneath, and that'll do it for the 6th. Spartans 3 outs away from their first sweep in conference play as they lead 4-1.
It's not about any one thing. It's about how everything comes together, how it all connects. People, ideas, resources, community, everything. Quality of life services. That's what we do. Sodexo.
Welcome back to Namoli Family.
At Jimmy John's, we're freaks about
Spartans 3 outs away from a series sweep against the Eckerd Tritons. 4-1 game here in the top of the 7th. Corinne Miner looking for her 4th straight complete game shutout and her 5th complete game shutout in her last 6 starts.
Spartans gave up that 1 run in the 1st inning. Since then, Miner has been dominant. Tampa went on to score in the 1st inning, in which every single game Tampa has scored in the 1st inning, they have won.
That one's lined to Balmer as shortstop, and an easy out for number 1. But as you mentioned, you score in the 1st inning, gets the momentum going for your team, and this will be the 9th game in which they've scored in the 1st inning, 10th game in which they've scored in the 1st inning after game 2 this afternoon, and their 10th win.
Should they hold on to this 3-run lead? 2 outs to go.
Maybe I'm getting too far ahead of myself. However, Miner has looked very good here in game 3 of the series. 9 Ks, allowing 1 run on 3 hits. Has not allowed to walk. She's just under 100 pitches. And she's 2 outs away. The 0-1 pitch inside, ball. Skylar Reddish stands at the plate for the Tritons, hitless in this one. Reddish hitless on the day, 0 for 5, as she'll flare this one foul and out of play.
Today's outing, Miner is again making a case for herself to be the SSC pitcher of the week.
Yeah, she'll make 3 starts in the week, and if she holds on to this one, it wouldn't be a complete game shutout. However, it would be her 3rd complete game of the week. Reddish lofts it into right field. Chevalier trying to make the catch, and she'll run into the fence. However, she does not have the ball in her mitt. A long strike for Skylar Reddish.
Yeah, just when you come into the game and you look at Miner's numbers and her giving up that 1 run in the 1st inning, her ERA is on par to say she's not going to give up any more runs in the rest of the game, which was the case here, and Eckerd just has not been able to rattle her at the pitcher's mound.
Thank you for correcting me earlier. It would not be 4 straight complete game shutouts. I'm glad you caught that one. But it would be the 8th complete game of the season for Corinne Miner. And after winning SSC Pitcher of the Week last week with 2 victories over St. Leo, she'll look to do the same here and make a case for SSC Pitcher of the Year. As this one's dribbled to third base, Phillips fires the first. And now Eckerd down to their last life in Game 3 of the series.
What I love to see there is last 2 outs, Ballmer catches the ball. She smiles. She goes over to Phillips. Phillips makes the play there, smiles back to Ballmer. You see these infielders enjoying playing defense, enjoying winning together as a team. Just having that chemistry, knowing who's next to you can be so crucial. As noted out some stats before that this Tampa team leads the conference in double plays converted. They're able to do the little things right.
Seem to really have found the chemistry within this team over the last 15 games or so.
Strike here, and it's called. Sits her down, Corinne Miner with the exclamation point, and the Spartans win it.
For the 5th time this year that Corinne's thrown double-digit strikeouts, and it'll be the 4th straight complete game for Corinne Miner. Her 5th complete game in the last 6 starts, 8th complete game of the year, and Spartans take the 4-1 victory and their first sweep in conference play. Spartans are now 7 of 8 in conference. Excuse me. Easier way to say it is 6-2 in conference. Not 7 of 8, 6-2 in conference. Spartans improved their record to 13-5. 14-5. 7-2 in conference. I wasn't far off. Been a long day here at Namoli Family Stadium. Eckerd moves to 7-10 on the year, 4-5 in conference. For Alex Kirsch, my name is Dominic Galone. We'll see you on Tuesday afternoon, 5 o'clock start. Doubleheader against